I am a white male, but not a doctor. Not a white male doctor, so please be at ease and relax. I'm also a daddy. I've got a beautiful little 8-year-old girl named Max. Sometimes a girl, sometimes a tiger, sometimes a cat, sometimes a dragon. I never know what I'm going to get when I get home. I'm proud of the job I'm doing as a father, but I'm mostly proud that I got through the whole process of my wife's pregnancy without ever saying the phrase, "we're pregnant." Never said it once. Dudes all around me were saying it, "Yeah man, we're pregnant, really digging it." And I was like, you're not pregnant. She had to give up drinking coffee. Like, I didn't have to give up shit. I'm still drinking coffee. If I had to give up coffee, we might have adopted. She's pregnant. What won't men try to glom onto and take credit for? Holy shit, we're pregnant? We're so not pregnant. My wife went through 36 hours of labor. Yeah, she went through it. She was pregnant. At hour 24, she decided that natural childbirth could go to hell. And she wanted drugs. And she turned to me, and there's this thing called the cascade of intervention. And to avoid the cascade of intervention, you come up with a safe word. And if she says the safe word, then I'll know that she means it and she wants the drugs. And she pulls me close, and she says, "Hey, if we'd been adult enough to come up with a fucking safe word, I'd be saying it right now." And I was like, "Safe word enough for me, baby. Bring in the drugs." So at 24 hours in, she had to get an epidural, and I had to get a mocha, because I've been awake a really long time. Epidural, mocha. Yeah, we're not pregnant. She's pregnant. That is not comparable. If you ask me how childbirth went, I can answer honestly. Chocolatey? It was chocolatey, I remember. Had a good kick to it. So I called for the epidural, and the doctor came in and he says, "Good day," and I sensed an accent, and I realized he was Australian. And to my surprise, I went, "No. Please, can you send the other guy back?" And I discovered a prejudice I didn't even know I had. I guess I have a problem with Australian anesthesiologists. That's a weird one, right? And I don't know what I was imagining, like he's gonna be pulling out wooden needles and be like, "This'll work," you know. Or maybe see our tiny little American needle and be like, "That's not a needle, this is a needle." So I'm like, "No, Dr. Dundee, please send someone else." And the reason that I was eventually okay with the doctor is equally stupid. See, we had special relaxation music that we played during the birth, which a dude had to have come up with this. "Hey baby, I know you're in excruciating pain, like a pain that I can't even imagine, but I made you a mixtape. And I think that'll help." It's weird because that's kind of how we got into that mess to begin with. But yeah, you don't need all those drugs and stuff, baby. I got Brian Eno making electronic experimental music. You'll be fine. The doctor walks in the room and he hears our relaxation music and he goes, "Oh, Brian Eno." And I said, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Music for airports, the first one." And I went, put a needle in my wife, sir. She's going to town. You're obviously a man of distinction and taste. And great learning. Then comes my great sacrifice. Did you know, especially some of you who are pregnant, I hope know this, you can't have sex, they say, for 6 to 8 weeks after you have a baby? God, how we suffer, right? How we suffer. We. Because I also couldn't have sex. That was part of the deal. That's the way it works. The weird thing was when they decided to tell me this, because they had warned me about everything else that was going on, and then it happens, and the baby's born, and a lot of comedians like to joke about how, their wives hated them during it, but I've never felt as close to my wife. We were really good with each other through the whole thing, and they put this baby on her chest, and the parade of grandmas hadn't barged in yet. They were champing at the bit outside the door to do so. This kid's got a lot of grandmas. And I'm looking at this hallmark moment, a moment that'll carry with me for the rest of my life, seeing my family for the first time, and then Dr. Cockblock barges in and goes, you can't have sex for 6 to 8 weeks. I was like, fuck you, this is when you tell me, this is the moment when I think that could have waited. I think this is kind of self-enforcing at the moment. What was she afraid of? She thought I was going to be like, well, if the baby's out of the way, make room for daddy. Trying to have a go at her on the hospital bed. The one other thing, because they do always forget something, the one other thing they forget to warn you about is that the baby's head can push together. They got those beautiful movable plates so they can get out. And so when you're watching your baby come into the world, sometimes you start thinking you might be having a dinosaur. I'm seeing this ridged head come out, and I was like, I'm gonna love this baby. I'm gonna love this baby. And I got so far in, I went through acceptance to actually celebrating, that by the time the baby was finally all the way out, I was like, oh, what happened to the Klingon head? I thought I was gonna have a Klingon baby. This is a little bit disappointing. Having a kid teaches you a lot. You learn to appreciate things in life you didn't appreciate before. I lived in a shitty fourplex because that's the only kind they make. Sorry if you live in a fourplex and you thought it was nice. It's not, and your neighbors are selling drugs. But we were right here on 19th Street next to the railroad tracks, and the railroad tracks, the trains would go by night and day and shake our whole apartment. And I thought that was horrible until I had this little girl running around, and then I realized I was wrong. It's awesome. The house would shake and she would yell, "Train, Daddy, train!" And we'd run out to the porch and we'd sit in our pajamas and we'd watch trains go by, and it was like Thomas live. She's naming all the cars, both by their job that they do and their proper Christian title. And the cool thing about it is she has no idea that we lived there because we were poor. She's like, fuck, Shine must pay bank. Daddy's got us train front property. Good on you, Daddy, you're a hero. The next line, was that 5? Because I didn't see the light at 4, and I was actually worried. I was sweating because I was like, I don't have any more material. I'm going to say real quick because I started it and it would be awkward. So there's this joke that conservative men love to tell when they're talking about reproductive rights. And it goes like this. This is the joke. Listen here, little lady. They like to talk to little ones because the big ones intimidate them. Listen here, little lady. We had a birth control pill in my day too. It was aspirin. And you just held it between your knees. And what they mean, of course, is for women to keep their legs closed. And when they tell that joke, it breaks my heart. It makes me sad to see men of that age and that position in life, and they still don't know that women can totally have sex with their legs together. Like, their knowledge of anatomy is that piss poor and they're making decisions for me? No. Especially sad when you consider the aspirin positions are like the hottest fucking positions going, right? Like everyone tonight, when you get home, if you're gonna do some fucking, and I hope you are, bust out an aspirin. It doesn't have to be an aspirin. Flintstone vitamins will work. It need not have medicinal value. Jelly beans, whatever. Just and whatever genders, however many people are involved, just everyone get one between the knees, and the first person to drop theirs makes breakfast. Thank you guys so much.